Okay guys, we're just about to take off from our week up at Shasta here, and I wanted to show you the Airbnb I stayed at. It's on Donnie Street up here in Lakehead. A little gnarly when the weather gets bad, but we got to the ramp okay. Scott's place, I'll drop a link in the description. So it's great for 1 or 2 guys, right? I stay by myself. You got the boats under the cover out there. Shout out to Phil's, by the way, I got my new hoodie. But it's basically this cool little loft. You got your bed up there, spiral staircase, kitchen, bathroom, couch, coffee table. Oh, what's that? Yeah, we fished I think it was the ABA on Sunday. Caught a 6.7 pound spot. Got our first piece of California hardware. That video's coming up. Anyway, here's the kitchen, and the bathroom is pretty nice. So that's about it. That's all you get. There is no laundry is the only thing, but I usually just bring enough clothes for the week and it's fine. Oh, what's this? I know most of you guys already follow the results, but yeah, we did well this time. Got a nice check, got some more hardware, and we have some really cool stuff coming up because I went ahead and I joined Unified Pros back in, what was it? Back in December, actually, before the One Bass Open, which was, I was heading out there on the 1st. Finished 4th in the tournament, and no one else was in Unified Pros, so we're going to the Ultimate Angler Challenge on Gunnersville in September. We've also qualified for the BASS National Champion, or the BASS Regional Qualifier for the National Championship, but you don't go straight to the National Championship anymore. 1 year too late on that, unfortunately. And bear with me here as I'm carrying some stuff, these trophies out to the truck and taking my check. I'm about to get out of here right now. This is a great place to stay. UPS, even in the snowstorm, made it on time with the tackle warehouse and filming equipment that I needed. Scott's been a good host. I feel really bad because I filmed this place in slow motion last time I stayed here, and he didn't get the plug. So anyway, I know what you guys probably really want to see is the baits that we used in the One Bass. So we'll just do a quick rundown because there's not very many. I'm gonna have to crouch while we do this. Boat's still pretty wet. It's been a gnarly tournament. Let's see, first day. First day was really tough, guys. We went to our starting spot, lost a fish there, shut the school down, went to the second spot, didn't get bit. Was really tough in the morning and slow. My co did a great job. He's, I think it was Ryan. He's a pro he fishes pro in other tours and has a boat, but comes down here just to kind of get warmed up. He's up in Idaho. So he did a great job filling out the limit, putting a couple solids in there that we ended up needing. And it was looking pretty bleak at the end. We had about, maybe 25 minutes left. And I picked up this rod right here. Next to Skeet Reese's new rod brand. It would be an N2 683S, which is a 6.8. Wacky, he has a bunch of stuff on here, but I like it for the heavier Nico setup. It has a lot of backbone, and you can really crack them. It's gonna be a sweet Clear Lake Nico rod, and it really handles the big fish well. And that bite came on Berkeley Power Bait Max Scent General 5-inch. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and hold it up to the camera there and get it in focus. There is a little bit of dye on the tail. There is a 32nd ounce Nico weight in there. And that's a 1/0 BKK drop shot hook because I couldn't really get the hook that I wanted, but that's what got that. So about 20 minutes left, threw that out there, had a big one looking at it, cracked her. I think it was 6.6 or something like that, and that bumped us up from about 11 or maybe even 10 to like 16 pounds. Saved us the first day definitely on this bite, the bite we had at the end of the day on the Nico rig. I mean, I think we got the reaction on video. It's crazy. We're high-fiving and screaming. It was really fun, so saved me the first day with the Nico. We did catch 1 good fish the first day on a minnow, and then all the second day, all the fish came on a minnow, and it was all the same minnow. So it was 2.7 gram, which is a 3/32 ounce owner range roller head, and we're running a 4-inch or a 3.5 sometimes. Scented jerk shad. The deal was the color. The deal was the deal. Yeah, so that's what that looks like if you guys haven't seen one of those before. And just really scoping the fish. The big difference in this tournament for me is I actually stopped casting on the front of the boat. And just had to go look for the right ones and make them eat and drag them to the boat. Super intense. A lot more physical work than your traditional style of fishing, but it was pretty fun once I got it dialed in. And all of this is either cast or Seagar braid. And we're running Seagar Gold Label leader because I stopped breaking off so many fish. I only broke 1 fish off this week, and usually I break off a lot of fish, and that was totally my fault. I didn't retie enough. So the other bait that came in super clutch is, and you guys have seen me throw this before, I like this bait, is this 6-inch Raid fish roller I have no idea what this color is, Queemy Masu or something like that. But it's got a little blue in it. There was this and one other color. Probably gave up 3 of the biggest fish of the tournament for me, including a couple over 5 pounds or close to 5 pounds. So just a bigger minnow. When you see those fish out there and you know that they're chasing trout, this is about the small end of the size of a trout that you'll see in that system. And it's still a manageable way to fish a minnow. It seems to draw them up pretty well from the bottom, and you know, they don't bite it a lot, but when they bite it, it's usually the right one. So, you know, definitely was a key player. There was one other sneaky bait that was a key player, gave me 2 fish my last day, but I am currently not allowed to talk about it. So I know the guys who developed that bait, and they were kind enough that we made a trade the last day. And they were kind enough to give me one, and they gave me a 4.11 and a 3.5 the last day to really help bump up my bag. Although the biggest one still came on that big minnow. You know, we're gonna have the whole video. You know, it takes a long time to film these big tournaments, right? It's a lot of footage for the editor to go through. I don't always do a great job, you know, getting it right. So, you know, it may take a while. Actually, the Clear Lake Open's just about to come out. So, you know, look for it 4 to 6 weeks for the actual long form video for the tournament. If you guys have questions or anything, put them down in the comments. I'm gonna be on Clear Lake, you know, till the one bass and probably through the summer. So, you know, if you guys have questions, you wanna learn how to catch some fish on Shasta, I am on Instagram now too, Beyond the Bite 42. On Instagram, so you can also reach me there. Anyway, I appreciate everyone watching the channel. All sorts of love this week while I was up here. You know, keep watching. I'll keep trying to help you guys catch fish. So really stoked to get my first hardware. Oh yeah, we've also, I almost forgot, we have also qualified for the ultimate, oh, I think I already said, we've also qualified for the Ultimate Angler Challenge. So we'll be going to Guntersville, Alabama to fish for $500,000. I can't believe it. I'm not even sure what to do yet, but I'm going to start preparing immediately. So hope you guys enjoy, and that's the juice from Shasta. All right, thanks. All right, guys, on the way back from Shasta here, I had a few more things I wanted to add to this little video aside from the baits. So basically what I found is the fish were on little corners and edges and tips of points near either flats or longer, more tapering points, especially, you know, the pit and the squaw arms, but really all over the lake, wherever you could find it, McLeod. I just, you know, picked a route that I liked, that was convenient, and, you know, we started in the Sac every morning. Seemed like there was a better morning bite in there, you know, and just fished around on some different stuff, you know, ran over to the pit and the squaw in the afternoon, and just, you know, we fished a ton of random stuff. I didn't even get to all the stuff I had from pre-fish, so, you know, fish were anywhere from, I mean, we did catch fish everywhere, all over the place, because we were scoping. You know, one of the big ones was suspended over 60 feet of water, 5 feet down, ate a big minnow. Another one was on an eco rig in, like, you know, maybe 20 feet of water. Another one, you know, we were catching some, you know, almost up on the bank at one point. So they were in all depth ranges. The key to finding the big ones is using the scope and looking for the bigger marks, honestly. That's what it is. This is the first tournament where I purposefully was like, okay, you're not going to cast on anything that doesn't look big. And I try to do that more and more throughout the tournament, because I had just got a beat down mount, and I just got a new, it's a Garmin. They call it the 166 Ultra, but I need a 16-inch screen. So I got a 16-inch screen elevated 30 inches off of the ground, and I'm starting to be able to tell size and species now. So really covering a lot of water, really starting to, you know, noticing that it's better to be more selective at what you throw at. Really having your mechanics down is kind of the toughest part, making sure you hit your target and the angle's good and the presentation's good. I mean, when you lock it in, it's when you lock it in and the bite window opens, it's pretty fun. You know, it took me 2 years to figure it out, but it's definitely worth the effort. You know, it's getting a lot of hate online, you know, from different sources, especially traditional anglers, but I think it adds a whole nother level to the game, makes it more competitive. And, you know, if you have old school knowledge, you just need to develop your mechanics with the new school technology. But it does take a while, and it is difficult. You're going to have to put in some time and effort. So if you don't like putting in time and effort, then yeah, I guess you can just complain. I don't know. That's what I think anyway. It's really nice to go out and do a full-on scope tournament and do well and know that, like, hey, you have developed your live scoping skills. Like, you're there. You did it. So
super stoked for that. You guys got the baits. Throw the bigger baits, you know, when you see trout around. Throw the smaller baits. It was just, you know, it was just timing, and it could have very easily, sorry about the bumps, I hope it doesn't come up too bad. Could have very easily been different baits. You know, there was some finesse Nico stuff that I lost fish on. They definitely run that quakey a little bit, but I didn't throw it much just because I didn't have experience with it. And I definitely need to work on my rigging on that, but I'm gonna throw that more. Ran a lot of water, primarily targeting less than 20 feet, but you know, like I said, there's fish all over the place. There's big ones out suspended off the edges, and you know, there's definitely some fish that came 30 feet down as well. Typical Shasta, there's spots all over the place. You catch one and then they kind of dissipate, and like you might get two off a spot. I have yet to be able to milk a school out there. My best advice is watch the fish, change your baits, adjust your bait and your presentation until you start getting bit. And when you start getting bit, follow that lead. Don't worry too much about fine tuning it, you know, as far as bait color and stuff. If they start eating it, just start working on how you're moving it, and you know, you'll figure out how to get them to commit. Try a variety of retrieves and presentations and baits until the fish commit, and then work on your mechanics. Appreciate everyone watching. A lot of Clear Lake content coming up, so it's going to be the next thing. All right, signing off for the second and final time. Thanks.